My heart, my mind, my soul belongs to you. You paid the price for me way back on Calvary. Welcome back to your spiritual sports segment on Rhema Gospel Radio, the 100th edition. I'm CJ. Kicking off round 2 scores in March Madness, 16-seeded Western Kentucky was blasted by number 1 seeded Kentucky 81-66 as Terrence Jones netted a double-double with 22 points and 10 rebounds. 12th seeded VCU upset and shocked 5th seeded Wichita State Shockers 62-59 with 16 points from Bradford Burgess. 10th seeded West Virginia was demolished by 7th seeded Gonzaga 77-54 as the Bulldogs shot 56% from the field and almost 53% from three-point land. 14th seeded South Dakota State lost against 3rd seeded Baylor 68-60 with 18 points from Pierre Jackson, while 9th seeded and defending champion UConn had their title defense to come to an end with a loss against 8th seeded Iowa State 77-64 with 20 points from Chris Allen. 13th seeded New Mexico State was befuddled by 4th seeded Indiana 79-66 with 22 points from Jordan Holes. 15th seeded Loyola Maryland was hammered by 2nd seeded Ohio State 78-59 as Deshaun Thomas lit up the scoreboard with 31 points and added 12 rebounds. An 11th seeded Colorado upset and ran past the 6th seeded UNLV Running Rebels 68-64 with Andre Roberson's 12 points, but he pulled down 16 boards. The National Hockey League had 8 games screeching on the ice last night as the Colorado Avalanche was shut out by the New Jersey Devils 1-0 in a shootout. The Philadelphia Flyers got past the New York Islanders 3-2. The Pittsburgh Penguins pounded the New York Rangers 5-2. The St. Louis Blues were shut out by the Carolina Hurricanes 2-0, while the Toronto Maple Leafs skated past the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1. The Nashville Predators lost in a shootout at San Jose Sharks 2-1. The Phoenix Coyotes was pounded by the Calgary Flames 4-1, and the defending champion Boston Bruins was blasted by the Florida Panthers as they put up a touchdown and won the game 6-2. Wrapping up trades in the NBA, here's a recap of the trades that went down prior to yesterday's NBA trade deadline as the LA Lakers traded Jason Kapono, Luke Walton, and their 2012 first-round pick to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Ramon Sessions and forward Christian Yinga. And in a subsequent deal, they sent Derek Fisher and the first-round pick acquired from the Dallas Mavericks in the Lamar Odom trade to Houston Rockets for center Jordan Hill. The Denver Nuggets sent Nene to the Washington Wizards in a 3-team deal Thursday, with the Wizards shipping JaVale McGee and Ronnie Turioff to Denver, and Nick Young to the Los Angeles Clippers. And Washington also picked up forward Brian Cook in the deal, along with his second-round pick in 2015 from the Clippers. The Golden State Warriors traded swingman Steven Jackson to the San Antonio Spurs for small forward Richard Jefferson and a conditional first-round draft pick this year. The Houston Rockets sent guard Johnny Flan, center Hashim Thabit, and a future second-round pick in exchange for Portland Trailblazers center Marcus Camby. The Philadelphia 76ers acquired Sam Young from the Memphis Grizzlies in exchange for the rights to Ricky Sanchez. The Indiana Pacers acquired Leandro Barbosa from the Toronto Raptors in exchange for a second-round draft pick and cash considerations. The New Jersey Nets acquired forward Gerald Wallace from the Portland Trailblazers in exchange for center Mehmet Okur, forward Sean Williams, and New Jersey's protected 2012 first-round pick. And lastly, the Portland Trailblazers waived off the injured center Greg Oden, and they also fired head coach Nate McMillan. This sports segment was sponsored in part by Simple Church Ministry, where they are not the spectator sport we Christians call church. For more information on their philosophies and inner workings, please visit their website at simplechurchministry.org. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates in your next spiritual sports segment, where we sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed and have a fabulous Friday.